Morning, everyone! Today's the day, the sun is shining, the tank is clean, and I get to talk about Disney. Today, I decided to do one of the very many Disney tags that are out there. This one specifically for the Disney parks, just so that y'all get to know me more and hear about all my fun experiences. For this particular video, I'll be talking about Disneyland as well as California Adventure because those are the ones that I have most experience about. Although maybe after my program, I'll come back and tell you about Walt Disney World. First up is Disneyland, and I'm going to repeat the same questions for both, although the answers hopefully should be different if I can keep my memory straight, because that's a problem sometimes. How many times have you been to the park? Well, I went in last December. I went in 2008. I've been at least 2 times when I was a kid, maybe 3, I'm not sure. So we'll go with at least 4, at least from what I can remember / what I've seen in pictures. What is your favorite land and why? That one's a great question. Tomorrowland is super fun just because Space Mountain is there. But I think my favorite might have to be New Orleans, just because I absolutely love Pirates of the Caribbean. And because, who doesn't love New Orleans? It's such a cute little quaint area. I think the French Market is there too, if I remember correctly. So, I love that restaurant. We went there this last trip and had the Mickey beignets. Definitely try them. Best thing I've ever tasted. What is your favorite ride and why? Well, as I've mentioned before, Pirates is my absolute favorite over at Disneyland, although Space Mountain is super cool too. I love Pirates, especially the first opening sequence where you go by the Blue Bayou. Always wanted to eat at that restaurant, although it's super pricey and I also hate seafood, so maybe not. I try to make time to go on Pirates every single time I'm there, and I'm pretty sure I've been on every single time. Unless I was a kid and I wasn't tall enough, so. What is my favorite show? Great question. I don't actually know because I only saw part of the Electrical Parade last time, and then I didn't see Fantasmic because I got sidetracked down Main Street and it just didn't work out. But I thought the Electrical Parade, from what I did see, was super awesome. So does that count as a show? Even though it's technically a parade, I guess I could say that. What is your favorite thing to eat at the park? I'm really answering more than one question at a time. Anyways, I love Dole Whip because it's the quintessential Disney dessert. Let's see. The food we had, just kidding, that's the other park. I'll get there in a second. I had a corn chowder soup at the French Market. It was super delicious and it was in a fun little bread bowl, so definitely worth it. We had some kebabs at this stand in Adventureland, which was super awesome. Don't know the name of it. I have to look it up. I'll put it down in the description so y'all know which restaurant I'm talking about, but I can't remember the name right now. But anyways, a couple different options. I think Dole Whip, though, is still my favorite out of all the options that they do have. What is one thing you wish you could experience at the park but have never gotten to? I would definitely say Fantasmic, just because I've heard it's super awesome, great show. We had fast passes to it last time, but we were coming from California Adventure and I was on Radiator Springs Racers in the single rider line. And then my fiance and I got split up because he was already in Disneyland and got sidetracked by the parade and it just didn't work out, so we decided to go hang out with our friends instead, but that's okay. I'll definitely have to see it when I go on my program though, because I want to see what all the hype is about. If you were a cast member, who would you want to be? The question to that is definitely PhotoPass, just because I feel like it'd be so much fun to take pictures of the guests and their experiences, get to preserve those in a picture form, and I'm a photographer already, so how much more awesome can it get being a photographer at Disneyland? Finally, my favorite story from being in the park. This was actually kind of funny. On this last trip, I was dressed as Ariel, and then my sister-in-law was dressed as Sebastian, and as we were walking out to go get World of Color Fast Passes at California Adventure, these 2 random girls stopped us and were like, hey, can we take a picture with you because your costume is awesome. So that was kind of fun, just because I've never had anyone randomly want to take pictures with me. It's just cool because then you get to know hey, people see that this is a cool costume and all that. basically anything to do with that costume, because I think, what was it? I don't know what ride it was on, but one of the cast members also like referred to me as a princess, which usually I feel like they do with little kids, but I mean, hey, I'm not complaining because I love Ariel. She's my homegirl. Alright, and now we are moving on to California Adventure because I also love that park. And let's face it, anytime you go to Disneyland, you basically have to go to California Adventure. How many times have I been to California Adventure? Probably about the same amount as Disneyland. Although this last trip is the only time we've been park hopping, because most of the time my family just does single tickets for either day and spends the whole day in one of the other parks. What is my favorite land and why? I definitely love Paradise Pier just because of the theme of it, and I mean, the Mickey Wheel is there, which is super awesome with the little slidey things, and then they've got this really cool corn dog stand, and what else have they got? I mean, Toy Story Mania is there, that one's super awesome. What is your favorite ride and why? This honor definitely goes to Tower of Terror because I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I love the fact that it's like, got that drop style ride. Everyone else I was with on the trip hated it, so no one went with me. But I mean, I'll still go on it myself. If no one else wants to go, I love it that much. So, definitely excited to see the Disney World one because I hear it's a little bit different and like from what I've seen on YouTube of the rider perspectives and all that. So, I will definitely be trying that one out. What is my favorite show? So sad that it's over now, but I absolutely loved Aladdin. Genie was the best thing in the world. So hilarious, just because of all the pop culture references and everything. I think I heard Bachelor and Kardashians, and it was just great. It seriously was. Plus, like, I mean, the acting was super good, singing was great, and then all the effects and, like, just the show was awesome. Super sad that it's gone now and being replaced by Frozen, which Frozen's great, but it's taking over everything, so it makes me kind of sad. But, I mean, what is my favorite thing to eat at California Adventure? Well, I had some corn dogs from this cute little place on Paradise Pier. I think it's called Corn Dog Castle, if I remember correctly. And then we also ate at Ariel's Grotto, which is what I was going to talk about earlier, but then I realized it was California Adventure. But anyways, food was super good. And I mean, I'm a sucker for dessert because I have a sweet tooth that's like 3 miles wide. So, definitely love the desserts there too. What's one thing you wish you could experience at the park but I've never gotten to? Well, that is a great question because I did most everything in California. We didn't spend as much time as at Disneyland at this last time as I thought we would. It was more California Adventure. I mean, we did pretty much everything. I mean, we didn't go on Goofy Sky School, but I mean, I think it's cool that I could live without it. That's why we didn't go on it. Maybe the Animation Academy. My sister-in-law really loves that. She went on it while we did something else. I think we might have gone back to the hotel because Isaac needed to do homework still or something like that, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'll probably think of something eventually, but at this point I can't come up with anything that I haven't done but I really, really wanted to. That is a cast member. Who would I want to be? PhotoPass also applies for this particular park, although I think it would also be super awesome to be a Tower of Terror attractions cast member, but I mean, I heard the wait list for that is super long and kind of hard to get into, but I mean, you can always try. The costumes are like the best costumes in the entire park, so my favorite story from being in the park. Well, as you guys probably could have guessed, I did get engaged there, as you can see from the video that I will link down in the comments, just in case you haven't watched it. But I got engaged on the World of Color Promenade the very first day we were there in December, so that's definitely my top memory. Don't think anything is ever going to top that just because I won't be having a Disney wedding, even though I super wish I could, but it's super expensive and I'm a broke college student, so that's not happening. Alright, hope you enjoyed getting to know me, and hopefully you'll be back for more when I release another video next week. Still not sure what it's going to be yet, but I mean, I'll figure out something awesome. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.